Hey guys, good morning. It is almost 7 o'clock here in the morning, and I'm gonna get started on this video, giving y'all a look at everything here in the morning. And the other day, y'all might have noticed I had a technical malfunction. This tripod turned into a bipod, but I had another tripod that didn't have a mount on the top, so I just mounted this one to it. So I'm gonna get y'all mounted up, let y'all see what I'm doing here in 1 second. Alright, so you can see I've already taken the duckweed off and saved y'all that BS of me taking it off. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant that Hylophila, and we're going to get into this video and what I'm going to be doing, because I think this is going to be a YouTube first. Not sure, but pretty sure, because I've never heard of it and I watch a lot of YouTube. So here we go. First off, I'm going to take this Hylophila out. It's already started to root. Yeah, got good roots starting already. Just going to take this plant weight off. Whenever you buy plants at your local LFS, always save these. They will always come in handy. I'm just going to put that there. And they gave me 3 really nice stems for $6. So, if you don't know, I made a video yesterday about what I want to do, and that's all I'm doing. I'm just getting it planted, and it's going to just grow right there. That's where it's going to be. And yeah, that's going to be it. That's where that Hylophila is going to be. And what I'm going to do now is just put some root tabs in. Let me find the root tabs, because I did not have it ready, because I am not a professional YouTuber. Alright, we got the root tabs here. Just the ones I go with. It's actually the only root tabs I've ever used, and they work absolutely awesome. But I'm going to show you how I use these root tabs, because I might do it a little bit different than everybody else. So here we go. I know I say that a lot, but like I said, not a professional at all. And this is how I do it. Make sure y'all can see me. What I do is I just grab one of these, and what I do is I grab it, and there's a little bit of air inside of these. So what I do is I just shake it and I squeeze it. See how it kind of squishes down, helps stay in the tweezers. And these are Aquarium Co-op tweezers. So yeah, I just squeeze it down like that. And we planting them, starting over here. So all I do, I'm putting it right on the side of this Amazon sword. Just go all the way to the bottom. Make sure it's on the bottom, and then there it is. and squeeze and repeat. A little tip, don't ever put your wet fingers back in there. I have this little Aquarium Co-op shot glass with the different markings. I'm going to put some tabs in here, and we're going to use it out of here instead of the bag. Keep the moisture out of the bag, help keep the tabs dry. A little tip, because if the rest of the tabs get wet, it don't matter. But if all of them get wet, then you're kind of screwed. So as you see, I just take it like that, and I squeeze it. Just squeeze it between there, squeezes some of the air out, and that's what I do. Now I put 2 tabs, one on each side of this plant, and I usually try to go right underneath the plant. Make sure I get it underneath there. And again, just take the tab like that, and I squeeze it to get some of that air out. This one I'm going to try to put underneath this crypt right here, Cryptogillii. Same thing, all the way in, underneath. Let go of the tweezers and bring your tweezers out. This one here, same deal, not going to show you, but I'm going to be going inside this Ligwigia and just doing the same thing. They say every 6 inches, but I just go underneath every plant. Not that important. The root structure in this tank is pretty strong. So again, just inside, put it underneath, and that's it. Do one more on it, well, 2 more on this side. Do one underneath this one in the front, which I can never remember the name of. But should do the trick. There it is. Okay. Set you up on this side. Well, I don't even know if y'all saw all of that. But I have one more to put on my left side underneath the Tiger Lotus. And then we're going to move over to the right side. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 more. Alright, we got 7, so that'll work. And I try to buy in bulk because it just saves you on shipping. Again, just squeezing between the tweezers helps it from popping up a little bit. And this one I'm going to try to center in the back underneath this Tiger Lotus. It's light. Just trying to see where I need to get it. Always leave you enough room on your tweezers. If you see where I hold it, I make sure I have enough room to get all the way to the bottom. And with Tiger Lotus, you don't have to get all the way to the bottom. It just helps if you do. Sorry, I can't talk this morning. Alright. Just squeeze and repeat. Squeeze and repeat. Squeeze and repeat. This one here, going underneath this Carolinia, more towards the back. And always check, make sure they do not float up, because you do not want those nutrients in your water column. This one is going to be more towards the front, underneath this dwarf sage. You see, I just go down and under. That's all you need. This one here. I go behind that corkscrew valve and underneath this huge Cryptotropica. Yep, there we go. I got Cryptospiralis, Cryptolutra, which I'm going to do right here in the front. Oh, see, it didn't go in. And it popped up. Like I said, not a professional, so just make sure it goes in. Oh, see, it just opened up. But I'm going to shove it down in there anyway. Alright, we're going to put one in the back of this Cryptotropica, close to this Cryptospiralis back here. And just watch for it to pop up. If it don't pop up, you got it good enough. Oh. Trimmed off a little bud. There you go. Beautiful red off this Tiger Lotus. Pretty cool. Pretty messed up that I trimmed it like I did. But it'll grow. And we got one more. Let's see. I'll go ahead and put this one right here in the front. By this Cryptparva, smallest crypt, which I really like because stays really low to the ground. Don't really need a lot of light. It does really good, no matter what. You just shove it underneath there. Now, this Bobitis, they feed off the water column. They're an epiphyte. They are kind of like a Java moss, or well, a Java fern, and some other epiphyte plants. And another tip. Always take off floating leaves. It leads to nutrient buildup or plant matter buildup. So let's get into what I am doing and what my experiment is going to be. What I'm going to be doing with this tank, I'll move y'all real quick. What I'm going to be doing with this tank is an experiment. The experiment is going to be called "What Happens If You Don't Trim Your Plants?" And I'm pretty interested to see what's going to happen, because I always trim my plants, just to propagate them, get them to grow thicker, get them to grow healthier. And I want to know what's going to happen myself. And I've never heard of anybody not trimming their plants. So that's what we're doing. And I'm going to take y'all off the tripod. Or I call it a 5-pod now. And this is what I have. I have a Planet 3.0. You can see it's a Planet 3.0. I have, this is not connected. It is not running, as you can see. I have a Planet 3.0, 2 air filters or sponge filters. In the bottom, I use a mixture of EcoComplete and Seachem Fluorite, the red fluorite. I have almost 30 plants in this tank. And I have a lot of guppies. I think I have 6 or 7 plants that I've collected out the wild in this tank. Most of the plants came from Aquarium Co-op. I do have 2 or 3 that came from Jacobs Aquatics. I do have, I think, 3 or 4 that came from LRB Aquatics, and 1 or 2 that came from my local LFS, and 4 or 5 that came from the wild. So this is going to be it. The last time I trim this tank to the foreseeing future. And you can see there are already that Pogostemum gayi that I got from Lucas Brett is already touching the surface. And believe it or not, that plant actually melted all the way down to the substrate and has grown back, and I've propagated it and it's spread. So here we go. This is the experiment. Let's see what it does. I'm thinking about updating every 3 days, maybe every week, because I mean the plants are not going to grow that fast. But this Amazon sword is really taking off, as you can see. But it's also melting back a little bit because it was in desperate need of root tabs. But you can see this parrot feather. Let me come around to the side. This parrot feather is doing great. I collected 3 stems, and I have grown this in 3 different tanks plus 4 different tubs. And you can see the Aquarium Co-op air filter there, and some oak leaf litter on the bottom. There are shrimp in here, guppies, autosinkless, antlers. Guppies and antlers are from LRB and my local fish store. All the shrimp in here come from LRB except for the monos, and I don't see any other monos. They're usually hanging out up here. But you can see I planted some Crypt parva on the top of this termite eaten wood, and they are doing great. They really do enjoy the higher part of the water column. And you can see how much algae I have growing on that sponge filter, which I will be taking out, but there's no need for it. It's not running. You can see just how big this Crypt tropica is. It is actually massive. It is actually massive. So here's one of the tropica leaves. That must have came out when I was planting. Trying to get it to really focus on it. But it's not going to, because I'm not a professional. But yeah, that Cryptophyta is massive. It takes up almost the whole tank. Tripwendellii is doing great. Crypt Parva, Crypt Luthra, Crypt Spiralis coming up on this side, even though I planted it on the back side. Some corkscrew valve, a little bit of Pogostemon, some moss, some Taiwan lily from LRB. This one that I can't remember. Yeah, so here we go. Experiment starts today, and it will run for the foreseeable future. Said I'll probably do a weekly update on that, even though I do other updates on everything else. So, hope y'all enjoy it. Let's see what happens. Leave in the comments what y'all think are going to happen. Let me know what plant y'all think will break the surface first and actually have immerse growth. As you can see, there's a little bit of duckweed left, and that'll be probably the only thing I remove. See, I just toss that in the bucket. Yeah, that would be probably the only thing I remove, is that duckweed and salvinia. Let me know, what do y'all think will have the first immersed growth? Because I'm interested to find out myself. And this is a 75. I do run an open top. I have very minimal losses. I've never lost a shrimp out of it. So I've lost, I think, 1 Siamese algae eater out of here, maybe 5 guppies in the last 9 months. So not too bad. I did lose one of my beautiful guppies the other day. I found him dead on the bottom over there in the corner. But other than that, I have what else do I have in here? Least killifish. Call them Formosa. And I have my breeding pair of albino longfin bristlenose that live in here. So, like I said, let me know in the comments, what do you think will be the first plant to break the surface and have immersed growth? Because it's very interesting to me. A little bit of plant matter. You can see all the guppies. There's one of the new blue metal muscals. Yeah. Alright, what do y'all think? What's going to break the surface first? This, if anybody actually knows the name of this, I don't know. I found it in the wild floating. It had a redder stem and greener leaves. Now that it's in the tank, it has greener leaves and greener stems, but it does get these polka dots on it. If you know what this is, let me know. Redfish, bluefish, you might be my dude to tell me what this is. It is doing great, growing long, but I have no idea exactly what that is. So y'all let me know. Alright, Chubbs Aquatics out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all share the shit out of this. Let's see how many people I can get off of this. Because channel's been going for about 4.5, 5 months now. And I'm almost to 70 subscribers. I'd like to get 100 subscribers next month. That's my goal. So y'all help me out. And I promise I'll help y'all out. Whatever y'all need, just let me know. Alright, thank you. I appreciate you watching. Later.